Hi, welcome to a quick overview of our TBT note-taking form for this school year. Please remember that all OIP information can be found in your OIP Google Classroom. You can locate your TBT note-taking form for this school year in the About section. In the About section, if you click here, it will be under the OIP Toolbox, Resource and Material. In the Stream section, it will be located in one of your due dates. You will look at for the date and click on the form. So again, the first TBT note-taking form is due on September 16th. Please remember that the idea is not to have a completed TBT form. The idea is to have a form that provides evidence of the work that we're doing. If you were to click on the link, it would take you to the TBT form. I am sharing with you just a sample of some information that was started by one building. The things that I want to highlight is first, step 1 for this school year. Several buildings last year were utilizing a quarterly assessment in order to gain information for short cycles. If your building utilized a quarterly assessment last year, you had nowhere to note that quarterly. So step 1 here is where you will note it for a quarterly assessment. So again, this building noted that they were starting with a quarterly assessment. It has the teachers' names with all students. Then it has the students that are in subgroups. Remember, this year our district are highlighting 3 subgroups, our IEP, LEP, and ED. Several buildings have students that have a large number of students in the economically disadvantaged. So the recommendation is if you are identifying IEP and LEP subgroups and monitoring those, we will probably cover our ED students. So if you are not putting your ED students and documenting those, that is okay as long as we're monitoring our IEP and LEP, because sometimes that ED subgroup is huge in some of our buildings. Step 2 reflects the same as last year. I do want to highlight that when we are identifying the obstacles, we do need to understand that we are identifying 3 maybe from our quarterly. If we are identifying 3 from our quarterly or 3 from a short cycle, we need to prioritize and even identify what exactly are we going to focus on. Once we identify that, we are going to prioritize our students' needs. This particular building had a large quarterly. They determined that from that large quarterly, their first short cycle will be writing concise summaries. Let's pause here. If you were a building who did not have a large quarterly and you were just starting a short cycle, you would still identify the learning target that you want to focus on. Provide an assessment for students with that learning target. Identify the strengths and obstacles with that short cycle. And then you would note your scores here. Step 3 for quarterly, if you were doing quarterly or short cycle, you would note what students are doing that are proficient, close to, or far away. This building noted that. They have what their students that are proficient will do, the students that are close to, and the students that are far away. Note here that this particular building did not note teachers and students material. That is okay. Sometimes if we note that may be embedded in some of these other areas. But we do need to try to address these 4 pieces here. The other change I want to just talk about is step 4. Step 4, again, just documenting here the particular learning target, standard, short cycle. noting the different student groups and how they will be assessed. Step 5, we have some revisions from last year. This year you will only be creating a SMART goal for all students. Again, for all students. We have provided a sample of a SMART goal for you. This TBT did provide a goal for all students, all of the student groups instead of individual. At the end of each quarter, you will do a reflection. The reflection is your successes, challenges, next steps for teachers, and next steps for students. Again, the reflection piece should be completed quarterly, and it will reflect your quarterly short cycle reflection. Thank you.